He's VB and he lives in Perth, making super videos for all his worth. His channel is great, he's a good mate with Beryl of Feral, so don't hesitate.
G'day beer lovers, it's your old mate again here, VB Ed. Well, this weekend decided to get away with my mate Vince, and we've gone south of Perth to a campsite called Tony's Bend, which is near a town called Dwellingup, which is in the hills south of Perth, about an hour's drive south. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to get here. So Tony's Bend is where we're staying, and this whole weekend is devoted to Australia's greatest Prime Minister in history, and of course I'm speaking of Tony Abbott. So here at Tony's Bend, there's only 13 campsites here, and the only way you get here is by booking online. You just can't just turn up here and just take over a campsite. Everything has to be pre-booked. Hey Vince, what do you think of Tony Abbott as a Prime Minister? Do you reckon he's any good? I love him. I think he's awesome.
I reckon he's fantastic. 0 boats, and that is awesome, and he's doing something, and he's making the hard decisions, which are unpopular.
Jesus knew that there was a place for everything, and it is not necessarily everyone's place to come to Australia.
Yeah, well, that's our campsite number 6. We've already set up. Vince is sleeping in that thing there. Looks like a cot, a baby's cot. And I've got my tent set up over here.
67-year-old pensioner, 3 chronic incurable medical conditions, 2 life-threatening, and I work on an adult sex line to make ends meet.
Yeah, in the winter months, up here in Dwellingup, up here on the Murray River, where we're camped in the bush, you can see canoeing is a very popular pastime. But it's very cold. We had an overnight minimum of 1 degree today. That's enough to turn me off boating. It's a very colourful sight. What about his views on homosexuality? Like, he feels a little bit challenged. Now, if I was to make a homosexual pass at you, would that make you nervous? Would you feel uncomfortable being with a homosexual?
Yes, I do. I don't like homosexuals, full stop.
Yeah, but what, do you see them as a threat to you?
No.
Why? Why don't you like gays then?
Only when, if they were going to make a pass at me.
Oh. yeah, but do you naturally dislike gays?
No.
Right.
I mean, I love lesbians.
Two gays.
Homosexuality. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I probably feel a bit threatened.
And from our campsite here, we've got our own little walk here, down to our own little private beach on the river down there.
I'm going down.
Alright, let's go down there. Yeah, what about...
It's about time we had a Prime Minister like him.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, he's fairly unique, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick of this bloody YouTube shit anyway.
Oh, alright, okay. Well, I better turn off then.
Okay, well tell me, what's the context, and if it's out of context, what is the context? You're not saying anything, Tony.
I've given you the response you deserve.
There are toilets here at Tony's Bend. They're not flushing toilets, they're dumping toilets. You know, you just go in there and just dump into a big hole. Yeah, you got to hold your breath when you're in them.
My mummy calls him Tony Dum Dum because she thinks he is so like dumb.
G'day guys, I've had a real cold night. Check what I had to wear to keep warm. I've got one jacket here, got a jumper here, got a tracksuit top, got my VB t-shirt as well. Yeah, that kept me warm.
The housewives of Australia need to understand as they do the ironing